Hello and welcome. This is Flosstube number 2. My name is Rachel, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back, and if you are new, welcome. In this channel, I talk about my cross stitch and a little bit of my knitting. So to get started, I worked on 3 cross stitch patterns over the past few weeks. The first one was Elephant Mandala 1. It's charted by Cross Stitch Collectibles, and I have this on 22 count hardanger, 1/1 full cross. And last time you saw it, I was working on this leg here, which I finished, and now I've gone up and I started working on the torso of the elephant. And I'm moving my hoop. I've moved my hoop, and so I just pulled it out for all of you to see. And I was able to finish 0 out 10 colors on this because of the way I'm working. And you'll probably see an image of what it will look like here. I'm working from this side over, and so I'm finishing all of these tilly bluey colors first before I get into the next set of colors, which is going to be this darker blue section, and then I'll finish all the darker blue colors, and then I believe it goes to red, and then I'll finish all of those ones. And that's how I'm gonna work on that. So the numbers on that, I started out from the last time you saw it was at 25.74%, and now it is at 28.81%. I did 1,815 stitches on it, so it went from 13,668 done to 15,483 done on this. The next project that I worked on was Jelly Roll, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is part of their 2025 Stitch Along. And I was able to do 1,097 stitches on this. This is by L&L, charted by Hayde. The designer is L&L Designs. This is on a 20 count. And in the background, you can hear my 2 sons playing downstairs. I'm sorry about that. And on that project, from the last time you saw it, I was at about 19% done for the first installment. And doing that number of stitches got me to 20.95% done. That's just the first installment. They have now since released the second installment, and I haven't done anything on those second set of pages they released, but of that amount, I'm only at 11.92% done. The next project I worked on is a project I charted myself with Pick-to-Pat. The artist is Keith Mallett. This is called Amira, and I worked all in here, trying to get this page finish. And on this project, I started out at 8.05%. Now I'm at 8.88%. I did a total of 609 stitches on this one. And this is also on a 22 count hardanger, 1/1 full cross. So that's all the cross stitch I was able to do these past few weeks. I've been doing some knitting on a few different projects, but the main one that I'm working on right now is a different sweater project than last time. This is called the Garden Cardigan. And I'm going to put the designer's name up here because I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. And I've done the first part of the back, and I'm doing the right front. Sorry, I had to take a break there. My kids came up to talk to me. But yeah, this, I'm going to put her name up there. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. I'm working this with Cardiff Cashmere Classic. I think this is a charcoal gray colorway. And I have another color as well that I might knit the same cardigan in. But I'm not sure if I have enough yarn for that. So that's pretty much it for me this week. I'm hoping to get more progress done on some of my cross stitch this month of April. I'm thinking of doing something similar to the Max Color Stitcher, where she does 1,000 stitches on a project before she moves on. I might do 2,000 maybe before I move on. Because I like to kind of get a lot of progress done on a project before I set it aside. Oh, and I had a mention, because there was a lot of views and some comments that you guys left, but also somebody mentioned me in their Flosstube. Their name was Books and the Moon, and her name is Megan. She talks about books that she likes to read and shows some of her cross stitch that she's working on. Go and check them out. Thank you so much for mentioning me in your podcast. So that is all for me today, and I hope to see you in another probably 4 weeks in May. And you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you.